So for today's video, I want to talk about how semen retention will give you natural game with women, and it'll just give you charisma with people, make you more comfortable with yourself and your natural signature vibration, your natural energy, the most confident version of yourself, your natural self. You know, when you're releasing, you have no life within you, so your energy's gone. You're basically empty, and that's why it's so easy when you're releasing, or you are more easily prone to getting distracted when you are releasing. So when you retain your semen, you're going to become more dominant, and this is something that women can pick up on. So what do I mean when I say semen retention gives you game? It's gonna allow you to understand women on a deeper level. You will understand female nature in ways that you did not understand when you were releasing. When you're releasing, you're losing brain power, you're losing bone marrow, nutrients, your life force. So you don't have the brain capacity to say the right things in certain interactions, to become aware of certain things in certain circumstances. How are you going to know the right decision to make if your mind is constantly on releasing or pussy? You're going to understand women more when you do retention, because of the masculine charge that you have built up within you is such a contrast to feminine energy. You'll be able to pick up on feminine energy easily. So when you're interacting with women, you'll be able to tell who's a whore, who's a thought, who's a godly woman, and anything in between. I'm being serious. You will be able to sniff them out like a shark smells blood. And this is because you are more aware, your senses are more acute, not just spiritually, energetically, but you are more aware of the details of situations when you are retaining. Whether that means you're more aware of what the woman is saying, what she's not saying in the interaction, what she's wearing, what she looks like, how she interacts with other people. So you are going to be able to make up your mind a lot quicker on retention. This is going to help you evaluate and deal with women, give you game in a sense. You're already going to understand, okay, which women are worth approaching, which women are not worth approaching. When you were releasing, you probably just saw cheeks, or you saw something you liked and you thought about fucking. But now you know that there's more to being a man, and women are going to crave your presence, crave your nut, crave your energy on this journey. And I want you guys to know that it's never worth it to release. These women want your energy. So semen retention is going to teach you about female nature. You will easily be able to see the ways that women hide their intentions behind their feminine traits, their feminine behavior. Lots of women know how to manipulate a man for their benefit, whether it's to get your money, sleep with you, use you for status, your character, get into a relationship with you just for sex, just for money, just because you're finna give her gifts and shit. These are things that women do, and a lot of you guys who are doing retention, you already know about this, or you're figuring it out, because when you're releasing, if a girl gave you attention, you thought that she was into you, but now you're realizing that your energy is much more valuable. So many women will want your attention. Many men will also want your attention. So you have to learn how to deal with this. Doing retention is obviously going to give you those physical benefits that we always talk about, but it's going to give you mental clarity and confidence, and you're going to feel like you know how to maneuver through situations in ways that you didn't know how to before. So when you're interacting with a woman, whether it's approaching a woman or you're getting approached by a woman, let's say you're at the gym, you get approached by a woman, and she's obviously, you know, trying to throw herself onto you. What are you going to do? Are you going to have the strength to understand that this woman just wants my nut? Or are you going to believe that this woman is completely different? And I made a video called "This Time is Different," saying, you know, I'm not going to release anymore. This time is different, or this time is different. This girl is different. So you got to choose. I'm not saying all women are bad. I'm saying use your discernment. So, you know, that was a lazy example, but women are going to throw themselves at you, and you may think that they actually want you, but a lot of the time they just want your nut, or they want to use you. So make sure that you are investing your energy into the right areas of your life for the right purposes. Because there's been times where I thought women really wanted to be with me. I end up nutting, I end up releasing, and I completely regret it. And because of that, consequences occur when your brain is dull. So make sure that you are spending time with the right people. That's in general. So semen retention is going to give you game, because when I wasn't on semen retention, I tried to please women more. I tried to fit myself into what I thought that they would want, right? In a sense. Or, yeah, I would hide parts of myself in order to please the woman that I was with. And this is because you're releasing. You're not confident in yourself because you have no balls. You're empty. So you see a lot of these releasers thinking that they're tough, or they want to act like a macho man. And the thing is, you can sniff them out very easily. When you are a retainer, you're able to sniff out the fakers. And what I'm getting at is, you're not going to need to do much other than be yourself when you're on retention in order to attract women, because your masculine charge is enough, and that's something you will realize. So in comparison to when I was releasing, it was like I wasn't aware of the games that women were playing with me, thinking that I was 10 steps ahead, when really I had already lost the game due to my naiveness and not having my nuts, bro. Because you see a beautiful woman, and you see some titties, you see some ass, and you think that this is valuable. But now we know, obviously, us as retainers and us as more mature, just critical thinkers, we know that this is not valuable, right? A lot of women are going to try to use this against you. Basically say that you are not man enough to hold your seed. You're not really serious about retention. No, you're not a man. You can't turn me down. That's what women are thinking a lot of the time. So they will try to throw themselves at you, but not because they like you. It's a challenge. They're basically saying, I'm going to take your nut. I'm going to do this to him because I want to be the person that makes him. This is war. You have to understand that these women, they're not vibrating. They're not operating on a level that you are. And they see your high energy and they want to take it from you. I talked about this in an earlier video. That confidence that you have on semen retention, that assuredness, that clarity, these are things that matter. They may not be tangible in physical form, but women will take this from you, and they will take your benefits when you nut in your girl. If she's not the girl that you're going to be marrying, you're giving those benefits to her forever. You may think that, oh, I just nutted with this girl and it's no problem. She's going to take your bone marrow, your DNA. There's gold in your sperm, blood in your sperm, all the information that you have been vibrating at. And before that, that's going into her. And she's going to take all that information, and it's going into her spiritual body and her physical body. And she's going to benefit from it. So if you guys think that that doesn't matter, go ahead, try it out and see what happens. See how you feel after you waste your energy on somebody who doesn't really matter. I'm not saying, I've said this, I'm not saying don't have sex. I'm not against sex. I'm telling you guys that your energy is so valuable. Just do it with the right people. And if you really are a man, you're not going to want to release anyway. So going back to the subject matter is the game that you are going to learn. Some of the key points that I noticed, especially on my 0 to 100 days, that's my longest streak. I would say at around like 30 days, you get the urges to just go have sex. And this urge, this biological animalistic urge is enough to carry you through so many situations with women, meaning that it's almost as if you don't even give a fuck how you come across or like what happens, because at this point in your journey, if you're not disciplined enough, you just want a nut, bro. And that's all I'm saying. You guys have to learn from my mistakes, because I relapsed on one of my 30-day streaks, and I thought this girl really wanted to be with me. And the thing is, girls are incredible at manipulating weak men, and if you are releasing, you are a weak man. So if you don't have the discernment, she's easily gonna run laps around you, bro. And if she's hot, especially if the universe has dished out like a specific situation for you that is like catered to you, because that's what's gonna happen on this journey. You're going to get tested with women who are like perfectly made for you, your exact type, the exact fucking breast size, the exact ass cheek size, the fucking, bro, mouth and everything that you like is the same thing she likes, bro. The universe knows what the fuck you want, and it knows how to test you. So it's gonna send you the fucking the girl, the exact girl that you've been trying to stay away from, so that you can stay on this fucking streak, bro. The universe is going to test you with that girl, and you're gonna think, no, this is my time to shine. All right, bro, go do your thing, and then watch what happens when you release. You're going to feel like I need to turn on another video to remember why I need to get on semen retention, because that was me. I would release and be mad at myself and be like, okay, time to get back on SR. And then I would do it again, and I'd be like, fuck, time to get back on SR. So the game that you're going to learn is you're going to see through women's bullshit. You're going to see when they're lying to you. You're going to see when they're trying to manipulate you, you know? In the past, there's been times where women ask me for favors or some shit, and I would maybe do it. You get on retention, you can just see this bitch is using me. Or if a woman asks you for money, I've had women, you know, where they'll just use you for gifts or money and things like that, and you think, okay, like, I'm solid in this relationship or with this woman. But if you're releasing, you're not going to be able to see the tactics that she's using on you as easily. I'm not saying you're going to be completely blind. I'm saying when you're on retention, it's going to make your life a billion times easier, especially with women. So you're going to know which women to deal with. You're going to see who's a godly woman and who's a thought. You're going to be able to communicate with women more smoothly due to the confidence that you have. You're going to be more self-assured in yourself, and the conversations are going to be just fun, bro. They're gonna be way more fun. Instead of you trying to articulate yourself in a fucking way that makes sense to this bitch, you just gonna be yourself, and she's gonna fuck with it, because 99% of the time guys are scared to be themselves because they're releasing. Guys, we live in a world where porn is free and everybody's releasing. We here are a rare breed, but 99% of guys are not doing this shit. So once you start doing this shit, you talking to girls and they can feel your energy. Instant game, instant charisma, bro, instant aura that other guys don't have, that you have, because you're doing this practice and you're taking it seriously, and they can feel that. So you're going to get lots of layers to this game that you now have, because you have your balls. When you're interacting with women, they're gonna know, like, this guy's not gooning, this guy's not coming, this guy got shit going on. Like, I could tell this motherfucker's been on a streak. Maybe she doesn't know that you've been on a semen retention streak, but she knows you've been on some type of kill streak, motherfucker. You different. So these girls are gonna notice this about you and want to take your nut. You're also going to care less about what other people think on retention, so you're just gonna do things that are naturally more attractive to women, because women don't want to be with a fucking guy that's scared to be himself, bro. You just have to be your fucking self. Just be yourself, and you will be more comfortable being yourself on retention. That's what I'm saying. So, for example, when I relapsed with this girl on a 30-day streak, it was easy to just interact with her from the moment that I met her. It felt like she was already giving it up from the moment I met her. You know what I mean? Like, you just already know you're in there. And it's crazy because it's like they know it too. You know, I saw this girl, met this girl, and from the moment I met her, it was like, you already know, bro. Like, you already know, you already did your thing. It's like you went back in time just to experience it again type shit. And the reason you build this confidence is because you have your balls. So the girl sees me and immediately she knows I'm different, you know? Her hands are all over me, you know? Her all over my face, already making out, already basically we're going home, you know? Like, you have to understand that it's going to be so easy to attract women on this journey that you're not going to want to go back to releasing, you know, for plenty of reasons. You may get addicted to the power levels of this shit. You may get addicted to the edging levels of this shit. You may get addicted to the sage mode, God mode, monk mode of this shit. But whatever level you're at, you still need to retain. And eventually we want to get to the place where we're doing this for the most holistic reasons. But we're all moving there. And these videos are just to get us there and inspire all of us, including me, to get us there eventually, right? So right now, personally, I'm retaining until I make a baby. Like, that's where I'm at. I want to retain. And the only purpose for releasing is making a baby. And the thing is, when you get on this practice, you're going to know who is good for you and who's basically bad for you. And another thing, like, I want to talk about my second relapse real quick so y'all can learn. Like, women are going to throw themselves at you, and you may think that, this girl is different, you know? Because if you are, and this is what I mean by this, because you know, deep down, you know, you will be able to discern, is this a person that I should spend time with or not? And the thing is, if you're craving a nut, bro, and you think, oh, I'm just gonna chill with this girl and we're just gonna have fun, not sex, you know that's not gonna happen. You know what's gonna go down, bro. So don't waste your fucking time when you're on a streak and you think, oh, I'm just gonna go out, basically edge, or go interact with some women because I have this charisma, I have this strength and confidence about me now, and I can just go basically have fun without releasing. You have to understand that even the edging is going to drain you. Even the talking to girls that you think that like you and just fucking them without releasing is still going to drain you, bro. And you're going to attract a lot of different women, whether you're just out at the mall, at the movies, at the gym, bro, everywhere, at a restaurant. Women are going to be all around you, bro. Like, they're going to be so kind and sweet to you, but it doesn't mean that they're actually caring about you. They want this energy. That's what I want you guys to learn, that this energy is very real and the benefits are very real. And women know that they do get the benefits because they don't have to work for them. So they get you to nut and they take all the benefits and they don't have to work for it. So the game is like, you're going to play the game way better. You're going to be the one that's in control, moving her around, or maybe not moving her around, but moving yourself. Let me rephrase that, because that sounds fucked up and that's not the truth. The truth is that you want to become more of yourself on this practice, becoming stronger in yourself so that you just aren't swayed by the other pieces on the board. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I meant to say. You become the king that you're supposed to be on retention. And if you're just releasing, you are a pawn being moved around easily by the circumstances and energies around you. Once you retain, it's literally like all that sperm goes straight to your brain just to develop that crown that you need to build this kingdom, bro. You don't want to be swayed by the other pieces on the board. Now that you have your balls, you stay grounded and you're able to move the way that you want to move without being distracted. And that's how you want to be. Not necessarily, controlling everybody. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do any of that. You don't need to worry about anybody else but you. And when you get on this practice, you're going to realize that maybe in the past when you were releasing, you thought if you were talking to a girl or had a girlfriend that you need to be a certain way, do certain shit for her. Fuck all that shit, bro. You need to be yourself, and the right person will fit into your routine, into your life, into your energy. And if you find yourself, being a relapser, being a releaser, and not being able to get up to those streaks, it's because, bro, you still think that there's some value in the pussy. You think that there's some value in the edging. And I was there. I thought that if I talk to this girl, if I fuck this girl, I'm gonna feel maybe better than I did when I wasn't fucking her or before I did. And then you realize, damn, I felt better when I wasn't fucking her and just was holding on to this energy. I'm not saying sex is bad. I'm saying go do it with the right people, because if you don't, you're going to regret losing that energy, especially if you really care about yourself and care about where you're going and why you're doing retention. So the game that you're going to get, bro, you're going to be way more charismatic. I remember took this girl back to the crib immediately. It always happens that way, especially when you're on retention. You're just going to know, like, which women to deal with. I don't really got to do too much to say too much. She's already choosing me. I already know she wants to fuck. And you already have so much energy. You're a lightning bolt on retention that she can feel it. Y'all just making out can feel the vibrations in between you. Y'all feel the spark, the electricity that is forming, being created between you guys. How can she not? You know, that's what I'm saying on retention. You're so powerful. These women can feel your energy, even if you think they can't. They want that nut, bro, and they're gonna do whatever they can. In your eyes, it may seem like it's just the situation. It's like it's normal. Like, bro, they know what they're doing. They know the tactics. The universe knows which girl is going to get you to nut. And every time that I've had women that have approached me, or I've been in circumstances where I could have relapsed with the woman, but I didn't, my benefits on semen retention enhanced. All the physical benefits enhanced. All the mental benefits and spiritual benefits enhanced. Every time that I turned a woman down that I knew that maybe I wanted to sleep with her, she wanted to sleep with me, but I was like, you know what, this energy is more important. That's just to show you guys that there are going to be a lot of opportunities, and you have to be a man about it. Are you going to go release because this girl is super attractive and now you're on retention and you can attract the women that you want? Or are you going to save your energy up and invest that energy into something else that may be more worth a nut? Remember, I'm not saying go watch my other videos, you know. I'm not saying that sex is bad. I'm just saying that releasing makes you weak. And the men that are retaining, they know about the strength and the benefits that come with this practice. I take this girl back to the crib. We get in the hot tub. I'm doing shit I would never do, bro. I'm smoking blunts in the hot tub with this bitch, pulling my dick out, just making jokes, making out with this girl, just being the guy that you basically want to be on retention. Before, I would have been like, damn, can I fuck the bitch in the hot tub? What if, like, you know, you just overthink shit when you're releasing, bro. But when you're on retention, like, for everything too, not just women, this retention gives you game with everything, bro. It makes you better on the court, off the fucking court, in the gym, in the studio, at your school, at your job, whatever the fuck you're doing, bro. It's going to make you better. So what I'm saying is, when I was releasing, there's a lot of situations that I've been in on retention. I couldn't even see myself in those situations when I was releasing. I remember when I was 19, when I first got on semen retention, bro, a week at that time was enough energy for bitches to be smelling that shit from miles of fucking way. Like, they were vultures or something. Like, they could really smell it. And I remember I relapsed. I had this girl come over to the crib at this point. First day I met her, she drove an hour to see me. An hour. I don't know this bitch at all. She drove an hour to see me. I'm chilling, bro. I'm not thinking anything. At this point, I was a week in, horny as fuck, obviously, and I didn't think I was gonna do anything with this woman. Bro, 30 minutes into this Netflix and chill session with this girl, bro, I'm telling you, they can smell the fucking nut within you, bro. She just starts slobbering on my knob. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And we were watching Scooby-Doo. I was really in tune with the Mystery Machine and what was going on with this whole episode. Something about Mr. Avocado was trying to find the ghost. I swear, my dick was getting sucked and I was in complete confusion as to, this is real. Semen retention is fucking real. I've been holding my nut in for a week and this bitch can literally smell it off me. She is sucking my dick because she can smell my fucking nut and she just wants my nut. But at that time I was so naive, I didn't know. But I was so shocked that I was just like, holy fuck, this is real. This is actually real. Because it's not that those things didn't happen before. It's just once I started retaining, bro, it was like I didn't have to try with women. It was like you become the high value man that women want to be with on retention. You become the man that they just throw themselves at, that they would rather be with you because they see you as someone special. When you're retaining, you're a rare breed. Most of these men could never do the shit that you do, bro. So I'm not saying this to ever, I'm always saying this to let you guys know not to make the same mistakes as me. But also, guys, you're going to get a lot of girls on this practice, and you have to be careful. Am I saying don't go have fun? Do what you got to do. But there will come a time where you feel like the things that you thought were fun, just, they're not fun anymore. Like, I relapsed on a 30-day streak with this other girl. I didn't learn from my first 30-day streak relapse. I didn't learn, guys. But I'm still on my 18th day right now, okay? I'm talking about the past. So you guys can learn real quick how female nature becomes more apparent to you on this journey. So what do I mean is, you may have a roster of 15, 20 girls, but you know on retention automatically, all right, these 7, they staying. Like, they, for sure, no matter what I do. But the rest, they might not like some of my behavior. What I'm saying is, on retention, you're going to get, like, just understanding about women on a different level. You're going to understand how much a woman really fucks with you and why, bro, and who doesn't. And like I said, you'll know what women are trying to manipulate you. You'll know which women are really into you. You'll obviously know which women want to fuck you and why. Like I said, this girl, same thing, bro. I just met this girl, came to the crib, and like, bro, I was already in her guts without knowing this bitch last name, but it's a common occurrence on retention. And that's what you have to understand is that really worth it? Is that really what you want? It's not, bro. And I'm not saying that to brag. If anything, bro, I wish I could take it all back, and I wish I could never have done any of that shit, because it's fucking nasty. And that's the thing is, I want you guys to understand that you may think that if you haven't had pussy, you want to go get some pussy and it'll satisfy you in some type of way. It may satisfy you initially for instant gratification. You may be satisfied for a couple minutes, but after some time, after some thinking, you may feel differently about it. Or maybe not. Who knows? But what I'm trying to get at is, yeah, I wish I could have taken all that shit back, because, bro, you realize what you do with these girls, bro? You're not the only one doing that shit. And if you think you are, you're fucking stupid. But also, it makes you see women differently, and I don't want to see women like that. I don't want to you know, remember women in those moments. So staying away from that is also going to help you to a certain extent, and that's why I make these videos and I tell you guys about these experiences, so you guys don't have to go through them, because I know there's 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, there's 40-year-olds watching this, and you guys need to talk about your experiences, because you guys are more experienced than these guys, you know. But I'm talking to the young guys real quick. You guys don't understand how powerful this energy is. Now, I'm speaking for all of us. I think that, talking to the teenagers on here, if you really retain and take this seriously, you're going to be completely unstoppable. You're going to be completely unstoppable due to the fact that you will have more energy than everybody else charged up. You think it may not matter, like, oh, I'm young, so I can go fuck off. Don't do it, bro. I'm telling you right now, if you're 16, 17, 18, whatever, however old, retain for as long as you can, especially if you're young, because, bro, I'm seeing 16-year-olds on here. Girls are going to come after you and want that nut, bro. But imagine if you save. Just think about it. If I save till I'm 20, bro, save this energy till I'm 20, do you know how ahead you are going to be in comparison to 99% of the motherfuckers that's releasing, especially your age? So that's for the younger guys, but everybody else, we still need to retain no matter what. We're all ageless beings anyway. But getting to the point, yeah, these girls are going to want your nut, and if you haven't had pussy, if you're one of those guys that says, oh, you haven't had pussy, you're alone, I'm telling you right now, that's a blessing, bro. These girls are nasty, and once you act out on certain things, you can never take it back, bro. So I'm trying to save you guys. Don't make the same mistakes due to your ego. The urges are going to get stronger as you continue your streaks, especially on those longer streaks. The urges are going to intensify. They're going to be severe. They're going to start cutting deep into your mind with different lies and different tricks. I should go fuck this bitch because I want to feel how it feels. Like, can I still do what I do? Can I, I want to see how she's going to feel. I want to see how she's going to look. Your mind's going to play tricks on you, bro. Like, I want to go try out someone else. Like, I got to go do this. Like, I've been retaining and I already know about the benefits and the negatives, and I could just release and then go back up in 2 weeks. Bitch, I'm on day 17 or 18 and I'm barely getting like a lot of the spiritual benefits back from my 100-day streak, bro. So don't release, guys. It's not worth it. If I could take back all that shit, I would, because, bro, you realize the shit that you do with these women, they're doing with other guys, and you don't want to see, like, your women like that, because eventually you're going to get a girl, right? A lot of these guys, they want to get a girl or something and get a wife. Eventually, you're going to look at that girl, and you're going to remember all the shit you did with the other women. And you're going to have to live with that forever. You'll never be able to or just erase that shit, bro. And those women are going to have to live with that too, with everything that they did with you. So now when I look at a woman, I can't just erase that shit. You understand? And a lot of us understand, like, once you do those things, like I said, act out on those things, it's hard to see women the same, because now you think, wow, if I just fucked this girl and all these girls on the first date or the first time I just met her, and these situations have been perfectly laid out for me, then how can I respect women or trust women when I come around to somebody that I care about? You've been vibrating at a level where you've just been fucking. Now you want to do something different, but now you got all this shit in your mind that's circulating because everything you've done. Now that's something you have to deal with. I don't want you guys to deal with that. I don't want you to have to go through the same mistakes as me, and then you're gonna have to go through the same shit, bro. You're gonna come to the same fucking conclusion. What's the fucking point? I'm telling you right now. So, yes, you're going to get game on semen retention. You're going to know which women want to fuck you, which women want to use you and manipulate you, which women are genuinely trying to build with you or have your best interests. You're going to know that as well. And I know I haven't really talked about that, but there's been times where I've met great women on this practice, and I had just been in those earlier streaks, been too immature, still vibrating at lust, where I just turned these godly women down, sabotaged relationships with these godly women due to the fact that I put my priorities on guts instead of God. And you have to make a decision at one point. So yeah, you can be that guy that's fucking pump and dump, and I thought that was valuable to a certain extent, but you understand is it's cheap, guys. These women want your nut, and you want to realize the things that you did with her, the next girl that you come across, how are you going to, like, look at her with respect after the shit that you've done to all these women and the things that they've done with you? You're going to look like, damn, how can I even trust this girl after, I've had my dick in basically on her lips, in her guts and in her belly and on her head, and you're just gonna be like thinking about all this shit, and you're like, damn, well, what the fuck has this girl done? Because I've dealt with all these women. And yes, you're going to have the discernment to deal with these things, but I want you to learn that you can save yourself a lot of time, a lot of heartache and headache and stress and years and energy if you just preserve your seed and just forget about lust completely, because it will creep up on you and it will tell you, don't you remember how it felt? It is suppressing your desires if you're not having sex. It's not normal. Other guys are having sex. I should go have sex. I could go have sex. Look at me. Girls want to have sex with me. Let's go. Let's go. And then next thing you know, you are nutting and you are having a totally different conversation with yourself. And the narrative is, holy fuck, what have I done? Bro, I was on a good streak. You know, I've been working out. My projects have been going well. Everything has been going well. But I'd wasted my time with what? For what? For a nut? To feel good, for some pleasure, bro. And then you're gonna have to use basically whatever ounce of energy you can fucking cling on to just stay afloat after you release. Because that's what happens after you release. You lose fucking brain cells. All of a sudden, I told you guys are scrambling after you release, trying to find your masculine charge, begging the universe to take it easy on you, because now you don't have your fucking balls to enforce your aura and dominate like you were supposed to as a man. Instead, you are asking for a fucking break after you release. That's why you're tired and you can't think the fucking same. So yes, you're going to get game on retention, but you can play a different game entirely. You can develop your own game and forget about these women, and they'll start chasing you. They will. They'll throw themselves at you. They will beg for your dick and beg for your nut, because you guys in here, we have this community, and it sometimes seems like there's a lot of us, but a lot of us are spread out. And if you looked in your area really and counted the motherfuckers that are doing this shit, it's probably a handful, you know. So don't forget how rare you are and how special you are on this practice. You may think that it is insignificant due to the lack of information that is given to us about this practice, but that should show you how significant it is, because they don't want us to know shit about it. And they, you know, we talk about how they promote porn and sex, and they put this in our faces, and this isn't for no reason. These women know what makes us tick, and you're going to attract a lot of women and know exactly what to say to them on retention. You're going to know how to converse with all the women that you want, bro, and you're gonna know how to do whatever you want to do. But you'll see that you can use this power for other things, because I know a lot of guys got into this practice for women attraction, and then they realize that it's like a waste of time. But I don't see enough guys talking about why. You're going to get game. You're going to be charismatic on a level that you may have not seen yourself behave, because you probably haven't retained your energy for this long. So you are becoming more of yourself, really. It's not unnatural. This is who you are. This is how things are supposed to be. What's unnatural is to see you fucking releasing all the time. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to go back and be like everyone else just because everyone else is saying that's okay? You're going to get the girls that are really good at hiding like a Trojan horse into your situation, into your life, in order to benefit, whether it's short term or long term. You need to build the discernment. As a man, we are so overlooked, undermined, and this can make us think less of ourselves, allowing us to settle for less than we deserve. And women know about this, so they play on our strengths and weaknesses by teasing us, manipulating us, using sex to their advantage, using their vulnerability and their innocence to their advantage. You know those sweet women, those godly women that are super, super fucking sweet? Not all of them are godly women, bro. Not all of them are there to be this monk that you think that they are. Those are some of the most devilish, just the worst women to be around, bro. And some of the most honest women you will meet will be complete whores, bro. But you will have to discern who you want to spend your time with. and why, and what it does for you, really. If I was in your shoes, I would take myself really seriously. I would retain as long as I can, and I would forget these bitches. There's nothing here. There's no titty that's going to satisfy you. There's no pussy that's going to satisfy you. There's nothing. You can try as many girls as you want. You can try all the different flavors. It's all the same. I'm telling you right now, this shit is bad because they want us to think that it's normal to go release, and our mind will make up excuses for it. Go try out some other girl. Go involve yourself in some other situation. Go watch another video. Guys, it's gonna feel the same. How many nuts have you busted and you think you're gonna get a different outcome? Bro, you're supposed to be using that energy to create a baby, and you're putting it in some random thought's mouth. She's happy as fuck because she knows about the power of your seed. And you know what she's thinking? I see this. She'll be sucking your dick, and you'll look her in the eyes and you think, oh my God, this feels so fucking amazing, man. Thank God. This is great. This is a good blowjob, you know? And you're just thinking, fuck, dude, this is great. I've been on retention, finally getting my reward for it. 30 days, I'm about to bust in this bitch. And the next thing you know, you're looking in her eyes and you see the little innocent smile goes away for like a split second, bro, and you see the demon you've been fucking. And then she has to go back, put her mask on. You can see it. And you may think that they don't know about the power of your seed, but while she's sucking your soul, she's thinking, I'm gonna get these motherfucking benefits. I'm gonna take his nut and take his benefits. That's what she's thinking, bro. She wants to take your kids, bro, because she knows about the power of your energy, but you don't. You think that her pussy has value. Imagine if men just stopped caring about women. Imagine if men just stopped like caring about lustfully thinking about women. Like, all these thoughts would literally just have to like go get fucking degrees and shit. Like, they would all have to get off the internet, and everybody would literally have to like actually do something. Like, all these women that are on OnlyFans, like, they would have to, you know, go get a job application or some shit. Like, all these guys that are now picking themselves up, they're going to turn into something that is actually beneficial for society. Dude, we've grown an army of over 1,000 people, and we're helping people retain every single day, building stronger men every single day. So I know this is another rambling one, but the point is, we got to keep retaining and stay strong. And the more that we do this, the more that we grow, the more that we continue and show not just men and women, or not just women, but men and vice versa, that we're staying strong. Women are going to follow us later. And it may not be right now. You know, a lot of women are mad that you're preserving your seed and they're going to try to take your nut. But eventually, women will catch on and they will want to follow you and follow your lead as things are supposed to be, instead of them thinking that they have the answers to the fucking universe and they can go fuck any guy they want and face no repercussions. Because like I said, nobody's going to want these women. You may think that you want this woman right now, but bro, you have to think about like the trajectory of this bitch life. You may think that her titties are worth the nut right now and that pussy's worth the nut right now, but bro, there's been a dozen other guys inside of there, nasty, and she's gonna lie to you about it too. So if she says 12, you gotta double that shit. And the other thing is, you may think it feels good, bro, but then after, when you're done, you're really gonna feel the fucking effects. You're really gonna feel the holy motherfuck, there's been 12 other motherfuckers in that hole. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna be like, I was enjoying myself. And you're gonna look at yourself after and you're gonna be like, whether you just release to the sites or you're with this girl, you're not going to be able to face what you have done unless you really look at yourself and you understand at the deepest level that it has nothing to do with the woman that you're with the video that you're watching, or with the nut, and it has more to do with why are you doing this in the first place. If you can get there, then you've got the fucking key to the universe. If you can get to the bottom of why the fuck you even got there in the first place, you're good. But if you continue to stay in that cycle of I'm gonna do retention for 30 days, go get a bitch, and I'm gonna fuck her, go nut, because I can get the benefits too and still have my fun. You're never going to be able to compete with the retainer that is going for a year, 2 years, that has been retaining for more than 1,000 days. That motherfucker is on a whole different level. Okay, so if you guys have been retaining for thousands of days, if you guys have been retaining for 30 days, comment your streaks, because I love getting inspired. I saw a comment, 60 days. Some dude was 60 days, bro. Like, you guys think that it's like, oh, 60 days is not that big of a deal. 60 days is a big fucking deal, bro. How many people can go 60 days without busting, you know? So keep retaining. I love you guys. Stay strong. Don't let these bitches take you off your path. You know that's what they want you to do. What I meant when I said you're going to understand women more, I want to highlight some key points that you guys get. Just like a summary real quick. Basically, like if a girl's doing shit for you, bro, you're going to know, you're going to see through that bullshit. Like, damn, when I was releasing, this bitch wasn't doing me favors and shit. Why is she acting like this, you know? You're going to be able to see through her bullshit. She just wants something from you because she wasn't acting all nice to you before. She wasn't. Now that you have balls, bro, she's being all sweet to you, giving you gifts and shit, you know? So women are going to, like, be acting differently towards you, and you have to read. You're going to be able to read that shit better when you're doing retention. If you relapsing, you're not going to be able to do shit, bro. You're just going to be like, damn, this bitch likes me. Now I'm finna go nut. Next thing you know, she just used you for some shit after you nut, because after you nut, you lose brain cells. Then she's like, damn, I put in this work for however long. He thinks that, you know, I like him, but now I got his nut. Now he's stupid as hell. Now I'm finna take some shit from him. And this is what happens, guys. Girls know what they're doing. So once they find out that you're of value, they're going to play a smarter game, or they're going to try different tactics on you. I've had girls, like, for example, where you become the guy that girls want on retention. You become the guy that girl's going to cheat with on her boyfriend, on her husband. She will fuck you because you have balls and he doesn't. It's the truth. You guys don't want to hear it, but it's the fucking truth, guys. This is why I'm telling you to take this seriously, because if you don't, you're just going to get yourself into situations that you don't want to be in. I'm not saying that, oh, you can't have a slip up with your girl. I'm saying that do it with the right girl, because the right girl will come and she will understand if that was the case, if you guys just slipped up, you know? But if it's a Jezebel, if it's some girl that is just after your power, she will be gladly taking your nut and running away, not caring about you, leaving you to pick up the pieces. But I want you guys to understand that if you do want a girl, use your discernment and you will find somebody that is right for you. And you don't want to be releasing all the time, guys. You don't want to be doing that shit. I already told you. So even when you do find this girl that you care about, you're not going to be wanting to release all the time. Remember that shit. And she's most likely going to be cool with you having a slip up. Yeah, because they already want your nut, bro. But you can't make that a habit. That's what I'm letting you know. So make sure that you discern. These girls, you're going to be able to see through their manipulation tactics. You're going to understand, like, why is this girl moving the way she is? Does she really like me for me? Or does she just want my nut? And you will be able to understand as you move through life and continue retaining. But if you release, you're losing brain cells. You cannot blame yourself when shit happens and you release and you know you've been edging, or you know you've been fornicating with some dangerous shit, and then things happen and you're asking yourself, well, why did this happen? Well, it's fucking obvious, bro. You've been talking to a girl that just wants your nut, and then you're asking yourself, why is she acting like she just wants my nut? Because that's all she was here for. So am I saying that you need to stay away from women? No, I'm just telling you guys that this power is very real. The presence that you develop is very real. And this aura that you develop is going to attract positive attention and negative attention. But the more you retain, the easier it's going to get to deal with all that. You're going to be able to see through things. And eventually you will be able to be around the right people. The right woman will come along and she will not only enjoy your presence, but she will build with you. She's not going to take your nut and run away with it. Shouldn't be having slip-ups like that, but obviously if it happens, bro, she's going to be chill. She's going to understand that you're on this practice, and she's going to want you to preserve that energy as well. So guys, don't fear that, because I see comments saying, oh, what if my brother's getting girls and I'm not? Bro, be a retainer. Be the man that you're supposed to be. Don't do something just because someone else is doing it. Don't do something just because society's telling you it's okay. If everybody starts jumping off a fucking building and says it's a new trend, are you finna go do it? Just because everybody's fapping, everybody is releasing for nonsensical reasons, are you just gonna go do it? So this doesn't mean, guys, remind yourself, this doesn't mean that you're going to be single forever or not have pussy. This doesn't mean that you're missing out on anything, bro. The right woman will come and she will enjoy you for you, and she's not going to use you, bro. But I'm telling you to watch out for the women that do. They want to take your nut. They know you got a loaded fucking clip, and they know what happens when you let that shit go. So women are going to see you, and they will see that you're an attractive, highly valuable person, high value man, and they don't want other women to have you. And they know that if you keep going on this streak, you're going to attract benefits and rewards that are of higher value than her. So a lot of times women will see that. They'll come at you like, hey, I'm finna make this guy nut, and I already know I'm finna hold him back. Maybe I might not be able to get a relationship with him, but if I can make him nut, shit, then another girl is not going to, maybe see him for his capabilities that I'm seeing him for right now, because he's at a peak. And I know after I take his nut, he's going to have to rebuild for a bit. I'm holding him back. This is how women think. You think this girl just wants to fuck you, bro. But in reality, she's trying to hold you back. She's trying to hold you back from your wife. She's trying to hold you back from money and opportunities that could be coming your way. These Jezebels know what they're doing. So you're going to get game on semen retention, but use it wisely.